This is a matter of exposure.
Yes.
This is, yeah.
But you guys are doing really well, though.
We're
You.
perfect.
I know you.
We are.
You've got it.
Hej mina vänner, nu det är lördag morgon. Jag befinner mig på Uppsala slottet, uppstartdagen här i Uppsala. Om det blir någonting intressant så då det är som vanligt, vi spelar in och presenterar på vår videobloggen senare. Men nu jag vill bara att ni tittar på följande diskussion som jag hade haft med Lucy Robertsson och hennes kollega. Vi diskuterade mycket intressanta grejer, mycket djupa. Ni som ville ha lite överkurs, alltså inom att förstå hur vi tänker, hur bolaget fungerar, hur vi utvecklar Double Bond Pharmaceutical. Ni kan få mycket intressant information där. Vi hörs senare. Because what is important, we consider Double Bond Pharmaceutical as a media company.
Okay.
In the first place. So it goes reverse engineered. It goes that we have to be in the first place media company, regardless of what kind of business we provide later on. I mean, what is our core business? But still, we have to be a media company because we are on acceptoriet. I mean, we are a public company. We have to inform our shareholders regarding how we work, what do we think about the current situation in our company, globally in drug development business, and so on. So it's extremely important. Therefore, we consider our company as media company in the first place. Then, like investment company, because we have to think how we make our product in a more efficient way. Therefore, if there is possibility to acquire some products, to use some kind of services from contract manufacturing organizations, from contract research organizations, patent services, everything, because we are a semi-virtual company, probably even virtual company, because we do have just only a small laboratory downstairs where we can just make initial screening, initial experiments, analysis, something like this. But then everything is outsourced. Preclinical development is outsourced, manufacturing is outsourced, clinical, of course, will also outsourced. Everything will be outsourced. So we have just like regulatory affairs here, preclinical stuff, just to develop the program of preclinical development. So, it's huge advantage to be in development in drug development business this time, because we do not have this huge company in order to develop new products. There is possibility to do it just virtual. There are a lot of small companies, providers of services, patent. You don't need to have a patent department like big pharma company. They have a lot of lawyers, a lot of patent attorneys, and so on and so on. There is no need to have this, because you can just, if you need, you can just call to some patent company and make this outsourced. Everything works. We are witnessing dramatical shift in the landscape of the whole business. Whole drug development business. So. What we have seen now is just a preview, like a lot of, not a lot of, but business parks, science parks, Medican Valley.
Exactly.
This is something where we will get future. We will be there, because it's nice to compete. You can be just very driven to develop something new, because you can get everything in place just in months. If you've got financing, so it's just a matter of execution ability. So how bad you would like it. If you need to get it fast, so you can get it.
Intellectual property status of the kind of drugs that you're looking to acquire.
Intellectual property landscape is also changing. You know, 100 years ago, it was mainly process patenting. So, you know, if you can patent a process, a manufacturing process, that's it. Now, it's changing, rapidly changing. So, it's about 70% of new patent applications. Once again, about 70% of new patent applications which are submitted deal with products which are on the market.
Yeah.
So before it was just other way around. So you make patent application, and then you develop a product which should enter the market. Now it's a shortage of new products. Therefore, a lot of focus on protecting, make new patent applications, new protection, IP protection for already existed products.
So you're not concerned whether there is some existing intellectual property rights that you can acquire some rights in when you're bringing a new product into the company. You're more concerned with it, your greater concern is whether you can develop a new use, a new designation for that product that can give you some intellectual property rights to exploit in the future.
Nice question, but there is different approaches to making business, pharmaceutical business now. So it's very important to scale up first. So to be the first on the market. This is regardless of IP protection. So it can be one option, because if you're just first on the market, so you will take largest share of the market. So this is one approach. But then also there is possibility to make different patent, different kind of protection of the product. Let's say it can be protected by formula, by new chemical entity. It can be protected by itself. Then it can be formulation. It can be way of application. It can be different aspects of manufacturing. There is different ways how to protect with different patent families. We've done it quite successfully at my former company, and now we are continuing this process, this approach. Then also very important that regulatory aspect is changing, as I'm saying. So orphan drug designation allows 10 years extra IP protection for or market exclusivity, which basically is the same.
In effect.
Yes, in effect. So in Europe it's 10 years. In the United States it's 7 years. In Japan also something like this. So it's a combination of different aspects which we have to be keep in mind. But also I think it's also something which is changing very rapidly. Landscape for IP, for how to protect, in which way to think about it, and so far we were very focused on the product. Something which is still missing in our company, which we will also very focused in the future, is biomarkers.
Okay.
And this is just like product itself, very potential. There is huge market potential for biomarkers only. So and here we have something to think about, because to protect I mean, IP for biomarkers is quite unique, quite special. So we do not have this experience yet to work with biomarkers regarding IP. So this is something which could be very interesting for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would usually expect protection for that to be surrounding some kind of diagnostic test or something, I think.
But it is because a biomarker there are predictive biomarkers, there are safety biomarkers, a lot of all spectrum. So, but it is very something which is extremely important, and as soon as we are ready for launching clinical trials, we will incorporate in the protocol for clinical trials just a biomarker part, how we will collect samples, how we will find new biomarkers, potentially also new biomarkers. So it's something extremely important.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the big areas is obviously personalised medicine, which is where this kind of falls into, which is really exciting. And I will be moderating the Future of the Swedish-Danish Life Science Sector again next year in Medicum Village. And one of our themes for next year is how do we extradite anything good out of the data which has been created over the last 10 years. And I think this is really interesting what you're actually saying, because you're actually going over the data that is existing and actually trying to get something to come out of it. Because there's so much information that's been created.
Yeah, I used to say, not for the camera probably, that we'll cut it. Yeah, so I mean, this is artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
We're talking about artificial intelligence, but it's a new term for old-fashioned bioinformatics.
Yes.
And bioinformatics, this is exactly what you are saying. So a lot of data are gathered, collected. What we will do with this data?
Exactly.
So to find something to squeeze, not something just from this huge amount.
I mean, the question is, how much money is sitting in the data that's already been created
and to understand for what purpose, basically.
Exactly. Why? And that's what I really want to get to the crux of, is are we sitting on a gold mine still? You know, is there stuff, I mean, there must be molecules and stuff that actually, if you look at a genome and actually run a genome and actually find out what biomarkers are actually, that would be fantastic as a business model.
I mean, it can be, I guess that there is possibility to use already collected data, but it should be more friendly, more, I mean, it should be packed in some special, more friendly way.
Yes.
This is something which is important. But then also for us it's more simple because we can make synergy with both approaches to use already existed data.
Exactly.
I mean, if it will be available, it should be available. If it's not, so it's just a matter of time when it will be available for all scientists, something like this. And then we have nice collaboration with Belarusian largest hospital. This is just, I mean, the largest hospital probably in East Europe, one of them. So we have nice collaboration, so we can make sample. I mean, we can collect samples from real life patients. I mean, it's real. So then also we have established collaboration with the largest neurosurgery institution in Ukraine, also Ramadanov Centrum. So combination of this information with this data, new algorithms, artificial intelligence, plus real new samples from real patients. So in combination with understanding of biochemistry underlying the disease, I mean brain cancer. So in combination we have extremely nice chances to develop potential new biomarkers. And market for biomarkers is not exactly the same scale like for anti-cancer drugs, but it's just 10% of this. So if we are saying that our product Hemodex aim to be just on half billion United States dollar annual sales. So I mean, $50 million. It's also a big market. So if we will be able to work on this market, it's also good. I mean, biomarkers for brain cancer. It's also a big market.
Yeah.
So so we can see like synergy. So we can develop new product like biomarker itself. It's a new product. But then also biomarkers. If we identify a nice biomarker, they can. I mean, these biomarkers they can save our clinical trials. Let's say that all patients, not every patient will respond to our treatment, but still we can identify just good responders, and we can just save the clinical trials if something goes wrong. So let's say that patients with special mutation are good responders for our treatment. I'm talking not about Hemodex. I'm talking just in general because, I mean, yeah. So it's not an option now. It's just like must. It's must. So we personalized medicine should be incorporated some kind of in strategic plans for development of new products.
Igor, I think there's a huge thing about obviously personalised medicine, and has it been a buzzword? Is anything actually going to come out of it? Because, you know, personalised medicine has been a term for the last 10 years, and still we don't have everybody being genomed. You know, we don't have people going into a doctor and actually saying, this is what's wrong with me, I need a drug for it.
Yeah.
And obviously the amount of data that's been created, why are we still at the stage that we are, and why is everybody not really figuring out that there's been years and years of data, and then not to be at a more stage where we're actually defining what personalised medicine really is?
I think it's a matter of infrastructure.
Okay.
I think that as soon as society is ready, as soon as we will get nice, simple biomarkers, universal biomarkers. Like in the future, it will be like every month will be obligatory blood test, which will say directly that okay, you've got probably some kind of disease in the beginning. So I mean, for liver cancer, for instance, it is extremely important to detect disease in the early stage, because as soon as you got it in early stage, it's there is possibility that these diseases are resectable. Liver diseases, liver cancer is resectable, and I mean this is the best chance for survival. Brain cancer the same, because when brain cancer is detected, majority cases it's basically too late, so only surgery, and so it's something also very important. So infrastructure, then also biomarkers, they are not very reliable. Just I mean, there is the most known biomarker for brain cancer, it is called MGMT test. So there is a lot of evidence that this biomarker works, and there is a lot of articles which say that no, it doesn't work as it should. So there is still a lot of work to do. So I guess, let's say 10 years, probably 20 years, infrastructure will be changed. So I mean, people will be more aware. It will be more like traditional, just to go to hospital just once a month, let's say, or once a half year, just to make just like screening, blood test, a blood analysis to understand, okay, you've got nice conditions, or you have to take care of something, or you probably have some kind of disease in the beginning. So it's something, I mean, it's not only with a genome to do, it's just a way of how we perceive it, how we care about our health, how, I mean, a lot of diseases they are symptom-free, symptomless, yeah. So no symptoms in the beginning. So it's but disease is already there, and yeah. So it's just like it's infrastructure. Our traditional way should be changed. How we deal with our health. I mean, to go to gym and just to just or just cycle, jogging. It's not enough. You have to think about biochemistry also. What's going on there in the body. So it's something which should be changed.
Absolutely. You were saying about the European patent agencies helping redefine the biomarkers.
Yes, well, one of the developments in recent years has been that when it's discovered that a particular group of patients responds well to a particular treatment, that kind of claim can be patentable, and even in theory, when those treatments have been used for the same disease, if somebody discovers that actually it's only that this subset of patients responds exceptionally well, then providing a patent application includes enough data to make that make it plausible that there's this exceptional performance, then a patent can be granted to that, which I think makes it very interesting to see the results from clinical trials in that respect.
Yeah, definitely. Last data for cost for development of new products is about $3 billion per product, which means that, I mean, it's only really big pharma companies which can make it. I mean, for small companies, it's impossible. So I'd like to say that it should this landscape, IP protection, regulatory stuff, it should be changed dramatically in order to make more friendly, small companies friendly, universities friendly to develop new products. And what you are saying now is just one of example how the situation is changing. So it should be claimed. I mean, it's just kind of biomarker used for just treatment of particularly these kind of patients. It's something which we are saying now. Then also what is important, let's say breast cancer. This is one of the largest types of cancer. It's not orphan drug disease, because, I mean, orphan is just for rare diseases, something. But there is possibility, as far as I know, to get orphan drug status for part of subgroup of brain cancer patients, which just especially with kind of biomarker or something like this. So it's also a step forward in this changing landscape, regulatory landscape. So, I mean, drug development cost is extremely high. Time for development of new product extremely long. So it's a matter of everybody, regulatory body, countries, universities, scientists, companies to develop some kind of new approaches. Especially EMA, FDA, they have to make something happen to simplify this process. Otherwise, I mean, the level is too high for small companies to be able to develop something. So I would just welcome some kind of changes in regulatory bodies, how to accept, how to make it more friendly for small companies to penetrate this level. So, but it will be just a matter of time. Otherwise, just stop it. Just nothing more will come to the market, or it will be just very, very slow, very, very slow.
But with regards to your current intellectual property and your, are you happy? Please do. Are you happy with what you have, or is there anything else that you feel that you could be advised on, or? And what's the plan for the next 6 months? And when are the clinical trials going to be started?
It was
3 questions.
3 questions just yeah, but I mean, so far we are very satisfied with our patent situation with partners. We have PCTs. So now we are entering national phases. It's I mean, we are very confident with our patent protection, but then biomarkers. This is extremely new area for us. I mean, in terms of IP. So here we can see nice opportunity to collaborate. This is important. Clinical trials. We are preparing for coming clinical trials next year. We'll start clinical trials next year, and we see already now that there is something is changing in this area. Before it was just phase 1, just like 3+3 model standard, but now there is other opportunity. There is other possibility to make it even more efficient. Let's put it in this way. So this is something which we work very much now with. And the third question was?
What's the plan for the next 6 months?
6 months. We, as I mentioned, we consider our company like media company in the first place. It's quite probably strange or even stupid, but
I think it's an interesting business model. I think it's
reality. It's reality. If you think no, we are not media company, we are pharmaceutical company. So okay, I mean, you are obliged to provide press releases. Why? Because you have to inform. But if you have to inform, so you are a media company. So if you not understand this situation, so which means that you are not efficient. So you are just something. Not understanding reality. Reality is that you are in the first place media company, regardless if you are just Volvo, if you are just, I mean, Fresenius Kabi or what other company which just work. I mean, you have to make contacts with investors. I mean, we are on accepted, so we are obliged. So we are a media company in the first place.
Yes.
It is. It's reality. Then we consider us like investment company because we can pick up Russians from Bulle, what is in English? I mean, the best pieces from a cake. We can see former Soviet countries' market. There are a lot of nice products there, so we can just take the best products from there. With very, very small investment, which are available for us because we are, I mean, we are on stock market, so we can make just a special right issue for making kind of, so for get funding. And just pick these nice products. So let's say Javier, I cannot answer, but we have in plan next 1 year to start 2 additional new products.
Okay.
Because we can see huge business opportunity. Because I mean, there is huge markets for several products.
Yes.
And we have this possibility. So we have all this infrastructure. We have connections. We have a nice established collaboration already with hospitals, with scientists, with manufacturers, with universities. So we are extremely exciting and very optimistic.
And how are you finding the UK market? I mean, is that an area where you're interested in, or?
UK market for us is just like European market.
Okay.
Just like steel. I mean, it's still part of.
Yes.
I was grown up in communistic, Soviet, so for us it was West and Soviet, so it was very simple, So I consider still for me it's not very big difference between Europe, the United States, UK, Australia, Canada. For me it's just like West.
Yes.
And they have pretty nice harmonized regulatory stuff, So as soon as we have clinically tested our product in Europe, let's say, so it's just a matter of time just to get it available on the United States. It's not so simple. I understand it. It's not so simple, but it's much more simple compared to, former Soviet and West countries. So therefore, we are very confident.
Okay, good. Is it a vial or is it an actual?
It's a vial.
Okay.
You've seen it just only packaged now here. So it's just manufactured in Belarusian, like Pfizer. The largest Belarusian company. So what I would say, this product development was sponsored by government, by the state. So they invested. So it was a collaboration between scientists, surgeons, manufacturers, and everything was sponsored by the state. So state gave money.
Yeah.
They just make this collaboration, very short clinical trials, but it was shown that 9 months overall survival. It's enough, it's sufficient. So this product is just on the market now. And of course, price for this product is regulated by country, by the government, because state paid. They are saying, okay, we paid, so price should be available for hospitals and so on. So this is still kind of communistic approach. Not communistic, but still just like more.
I think it's easier to run an approach like that in a former communist country, isn't it, where the people and companies are perhaps used to that level of state assistance and intervention.
Yeah.
Whereas I couldn't see that happening in the UK in quite the same way. The government does make investments in research.
I think it's a matter. I think it's a matter of perception. So let's say if there is some kind of epidemic danger or something like this. So in this case, state has to be involved in more closer.
Is in Nottingham, and we have some space in Stockholm out at the Karolinska campus in Solna. And we have also some space down at Medican Village in Lund.
You're very active in Lund.
Yes.
It's nice. It's natural competitor to Stockholm Uppsala area region.
I think that actually, the Öresund, it will be very interesting to see if they win the MPA. If the MPA decide, or the EMA, the European Medicals Agency, if they move to Copenhagen, I think that's a complete game changer, actually. I think that because that's going to be decided in before the end of the year.
What is the chance for?
I think it's pretty high.
Copenhagen.
I don't think it's that high for Sweden, unfortunately. But
no, it's not possible. I think it's.
They put their bid in, but I don't think they will. But I'm hoping actually Copenhagen, because I think it will really put actually that area on the map.
I don't know for us if it matters because Copenhagen is closer compared to London, so and they understand Swedish, but English will be official language. Basically, it doesn't change very much for us.
No, I'd like it in Copenhagen. Though. I think it would be a very, very good coup if we actually get that, as Scandinavia actually. And the Danes are, working hard. So fingers crossed. But Medican Valley has done very, very well. and it's exciting. And also, if you look at the patent registry, you know, this year it's been extramental actually here. So something's obviously happening.
What was the? I mean, I understand it. Stockholm, Uppsala.
Yes.
I mean, this is just like motor of, engine for life science. But why just Medican Valley? Because it's just AstraZeca's were there.
They were, yes. You've got Leo Pharma, you've got Novo Nordisk. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because it's just like huge cluster there, Lund and Malmö. I mean, all this, it's a lot of small companies there, which is the nice sign that there is infrastructure in place.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, we like this. We like this horizontal business architecture.
Exactly.
It's not vertical like big pharma, where you've got just chief, then another chief, and then just some. Yeah, a little boy just in the laboratory. So with huge overhead costs and so on. So it's just horizontal business infrastructure, like in our company. There is a huge possibility for to make fast decision to develop products very efficiently. Medical Valley.
Medical Valley is
then Stockholm, Uppsala, and then Gothenburg.
Gothenburg, yeah.
That's it. Umeå, probably.
Umeå, yes.
Not.
But Gothenburg are trying to put themselves on the map now because they've had the investment from AstraZeneca to create a cluster in Mölndal for life sciences. And they've obviously got the AstraZeneca BioHub as well, which has been successful with AstraZeneca allowing them to have access to their open innovation and also molecules. So they're actually allowing them to use what they've got, which is actually a really good idea.
All big pharma companies divesting. They're divesting largely. What we can see now is only preview. It's only preview.
Yeah.
As soon as reimbursement will decrease, it's complete. I mean, I will talk about it in this outsourcing because I mean. It's just a matter of time. Small-sized, mid-sized companies with low overhead costs, with horizontal business infrastructure. I mean, they will survive. They will survive. This is reality.
Yeah.
This is reality. It's perfect. I mean, we like it because as I'm saying, we are media company.
Yes.
It's the first place. And I think we are the first company in life science area who realized it. That it is. It's a reality. So what we are doing now, we are gathering samples from patients, real patients, and then we will start, as soon as we have, let's say, some amount of samples, we start initial screening for biomarkers. And then as soon as we run clinical trials, we have also kind of potential biomarkers, potential candidates for biomarkers, and then it's a matter of patent protection. We strongly believe. I mean, this is not an option, as I'm saying. So it's just if you have a product. So product is something which is a lot of other stuff connected, like biomarkers, predictive biomarkers, safety biomarkers, everything. So this is a matter of time only.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting, I think it's exciting, I think that it will be very interesting to see what the life science sector looks like in at least 10 years.
Yeah, it will be completely changed. It will be extremely changed. New players will come.
Yeah.
Old players will, decay. So, but you are involved very much.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I've had my own business, Lucy J. Robertshaw, for the last 6 years now, and saw an opportunity in the market to really connect people. So my main home market is Scandinavia, and then I've also got England because that's where I'm from. and to connect people. So I met Simon at Solgrenska Park Annual about 2 years ago now.
Perhaps more than that even, I don't know.
I mean, you've got the same business model like myself.
Yes, exactly.
So
But I'm a one person, and all I like to do is really drink coffee with people and actually connect
perfect.
people. Exactly. You know, buy bulla and to actually get to know people.
This is extremely important because to make this initial connection.
Exactly.
This is extremely important. Everything else is a commodity.
Yes.
I mean, so you can find expertise somewhere else, but just to make this first connection,
Yes.
this is something which cannot be commoditized.
No.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's just personal and it's just subjective. So you have to choose. Okay, this girl is interesting. Let's find something in general. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we do exactly. We try to connect East countries with Sweden, with the rest of the Europe or the rest of the world. We are successful.
Yes.
We consider us like we are very successful, and we do exactly the same.
Yeah. But do you have anybody from Belarus? You were saying that you were doing a collaboration with the hospital over there.
Hospitals, we have extremely nice connection with hospitals.
Okay.
With the largest oncology hospital, not only oncology hospital, but so.
Because as I said, I'm moderating the future of the Swedish-Danish life science sector, and I'm looking for speakers, and I'm wondering if I can potentially get somebody from Belarus to come and talk about how they would like to collaborate with Scandinavia.
Perfect.
Can you help me?
Sure.
Okay.
Just send me just a very brief expectation.
Yeah.
What do you think about? I mean, how you would consider this? And then we will find the best candidature.
Yeah, somebody to talk about.
I mean, if you would like to talk about collaboration, we will find. If you would like to find bureaucrat, we will find bureaucrat. I mean, they are also important. Okay, a regulatory.
I want somebody who is very passionate about personalised medicine and medtech and how the infrastructure can be, how they see the infrastructure and collaboration important with Belarus. I think that would be fantastic, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
and then they can meet Potter Clarkson as well. So.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, we have nice collaboration with hospitals, with universities, with potential, with manufacturers, with scientists. So it's just a matter of, right expertise to choose.
Okay, great.
Your work is very important. Basically,
Yes.
I think that there is huge potential here. And also, if you think that you can consider also that your company is also in the first place is media company.
Yes, I know.
The cost of marketing, nothing.
No. I use LinkedIn a lot and I use Twitter, but I also heavily invest in going to events. I heavily invest in meetings and travelling. But
LinkedIn. You are
brilliant.
on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Facebook, we don't use Facebook.
No.
Twitter is not either, but LinkedIn. It's something which will grow. A huge potential for LinkedIn. I don't know how it's just. This is a matter of exposure.
Yes.
This is.
But you guys are doing really well, though. You.
Perfect.
I know you.
We are.
You've got it.
We are a media company.
Yes.
We have to. We have to, and this is reality. So and we did kind of search. So we tested different stuff, different things, but we've got extremely good response, feedback from investors.
Yes.
Just people. Everybody's satisfied because we are open. We provide information, expertise. It's perfect. People not just invest money in our company. They are just like participate in our
Yes.
in our development,
Yeah.
in our growth. So
Mhm.
just not like take TV just and watch some kind of some movie or something like this. You are just investing and you are participating, and you it's also part of life. You can just follow. You can, I mean, you can be a little bit disappointed. You can be excited. You can be satisfied. I mean, so it's a part of life.
Yeah.
It's something which is which we are very, very proud of.
I think that's also very interesting to talk at the pharma outsourcing event in December about how important it is actually as a company to realise that you have to be professional, you have to be out there, you also have to be understanding what your market is and how to have a business really successfely.
What is also important, like this outsourcing, I mean, it's also cost for arranging of the, I mean, it's extremely nice platform.
Yes.
It's something which is, I mean, it's not for high bosses.
No, no.
They are choosing another platform, and here it's more democratic.
Exactly.
So it's just for everybody can afford. I mean, if it costs just 1,000 Swedish crown to be registered, so it's not big deal, and it's just in Stockholm.
Exactly.
It's extremely central. I mean, it's something which is extremely nice idea to have, and just a matter of to make it even better, just expand, just improve, gradually. But I think it's something which is extremely important, and we are very glad that we can participate.
I'm very glad you can.
And
this year at Malmo.
no, not this year. Last year in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Malmö, it was nice also, but I think that Stockholm's...
Yeah, you know, the organisers really like Malmo. They want to go back there next year.
This is the part...
Did they say that?
It's going to be in Stockholm next year, but
next
Olivier
year.
said that he really liked the Malmo venue.
But,
Yeah.
But this is EBD Group. This is EBD Group.
This is Olivier BioArctic. This is Olivier Duchamp from
I used yes.
EDM is Bio-Europe.
Yeah, Bio-Europe, but I thought it was just kind of the same platform.
No, it's definitely a different organisers. Yeah.
Okay. It's also extremely nice. I mean, compared to, I mean, it's nice scale because it is not too big.
No,
because too big, too noisy, too stressful. You know, here is. It's much better, but I guess that this outsourcing, it should be nice, not a competitor, but kind of a slightly different angle.
Exactly.
It's not exactly like business for business development, but more for
service providers.
Service providers,
exactly.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Great, brilliant.
We've experienced it because. On Aktietorget, 150 companies, 50 companies or 60 companies in life science. And there is extremely keen competition for every Swedish crown invested. So for us, it's not a matter of just
sit back and
I mean, for us, it's a weapon. I mean, we have to compete. We have to be we have to be unique in order to stick out. So this is it should be considered in this way. If you not think that you are a media company, you will decay.